Hello and all, welcome to a Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for my very last guest of this week is this incredible singer and songwriter known by the name of Katielynn. So I'm about to add Katie into the live now and have a chat with Katie about her incredible music. So yeah, let's add Katie in and have a chat with Katie. Hi, Katie.
Hey,
How's it going?
good. How are you? Nice to finally meet you.
You too. I just want to say first up, thank you so much for taking the time to join my show, Katie. It's such a pleasure having you on the show today. To people that don't know who you are, if you can give like a bit of backstory about yourself, and then we'll dive right into the questions.
For sure, yeah. So I'm a singer-songwriter currently based in Boston. That's where I went to school. So that's where I am right now. But I'm originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I've been writing pretty much since I could talk, I've been putting out a bunch of music this past few days, actually. And I am super proud of it because I've been working all year on the music I just put out. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm moving to Nashville in a couple weeks, so that's exciting.
Yes,
Yeah.
awesome. So we'll dive right into the questions now, Katie. So for my very first question, as you mentioned, you've created incredible numerous songs. With the very first song I'm going to mention, "Forward," what was it like coming up with the idea of creating this song, and what's like the meaning behind this one?
So Forward was actually a collection of kind of the very first songs that I ever fully wrote and recorded, and I did it with one of my best friends, Alex. He's a friend I met from high school in Philadelphia, and we recorded the whole thing in his bedroom. So it was very much like it was very like do-it-yourself vibes, and yeah, it's just really just like a collection of my experiences in high school and growing up in Philly. So yeah, it was like 4 or 5 years ago now that I put that out. So seems like a long time ago for me.
Yeah, awesome. So on to the next question. So you've also created a song called "Take Up Space." What was it like coming up with the idea of creating this one, and what's the meaning behind this one?
Yeah, so this one's really personal to me. It's actually about having anxiety and about it's kind of like a letter to anxiety. Kind of it's me talking to this entity that like kind of takes up a lot of my mental energy, and it's meant for people to just be able to relate. And it's about like kind of a dark time in my life, so it meant a lot to me to put it out, and it was the second single off of the EP I just released. So it's actually really funny. When we recorded it, we were in this barn turned studio, and we were quarantining there because of COVID. And we turned all the lights off in the studio. It was raining, so we really captured the vibe I was going for. A very dark, gloomy song.
Yes, awesome. So on to our next question. So you've also created a song called "Nothing Left to Use." What was it like coming up with the idea of creating this one, and what's the meaning behind this one?
So funny story, actually. When I went to Spain for my first year of college because Berkeley has a campus there, and the first week I got there, we all went to the club, and then we all went to the beach right after. And I ended up putting my stuff down with everybody else's stuff, like my purse and all my phone and everything, and it all got stolen. So,
Wow.
so after that, my friends and I would joke that I had nothing left to lose because I didn't have a passport, a phone, a credit card, anything. It was so horrible. So we joked about that for a while, and then I eventually came up with this song. It was super upbeat, and it's really the song itself isn't really about anyone or anything, but nothing left to lose stuck with me, I guess, that phrase, and that's how that song came about. So funny story.
So on to our next question. So you've also created a song called "Wishful Thinking." What was it like coming up with the idea of creating this one, and what's the meaning behind this one?
I used to be a barista on and off for like 5 or 6 years, and if you notice, the song has a lot of coffee-related lyrics. And the cover also is a coffee cup. So it was about an ex that I had in high school, and I was kind of trying to figure out whether it was going to last for a while, and I guess that is what the meaning behind the song was about. But I used a lot of coffee references to make it more fun.
Yes. Awesome. So on to our next question. So what made you decide as a person, and especially as an artist, to get into singing in the first place?
Honestly, it was just a really natural thing to me. As I said before, I've been singing since I could make noise, and my family would always play music around the house. So it became natural to me to just start humming songs and stuff. On my car rides to my family's home in New York, we would always play U2 album. So I really bonded with music from a young age. And at home, I would just sit down at the piano and kind of like figure out songs by ear. So my mom knew I was interested in it from a very young age. And in Ireland, we would vacation in Ireland during the summers. So when I was there, I would play fiddle music, like traditional Irish tunes on fiddle. So that was really fun. That kind of taught me how to pick things up by ear. And ever since then, I've just been putting out all my experiences to music.
That's awesome. So on to your next question. So who would you say you look up to music-wise in the music industry, and why?
That's a tough one because I feel like my inspiration comes from so many different people and genres. But I would definitely say Billy Joel is a big one. Stevie Wonder as well, because I kind of like coming up with those like jazzy R&B soul chords and then adding kind of a pop flair on top of it. So definitely those two are the big ones. But recently I've been taking a lot from other female artists like Olivia Rodrigo and King Princess, you know, all the big pop stars. And then I also love the Strokes. You know, I love classic rock as well, Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin. So I'm all over the place, really.
So on to your next question. So what does performing music mean to you, like as an artist?
It's scary, man. I mean, it's it's a really vulnerable thing having people hear, you know, just putting your life out there for everybody to hear and like know what you're going through. But I love it. It's definitely an adrenaline rush, and I can't wait to start doing it again. I have a show in September. It's a festival called Climapalooza. It's in Boston. So if anyone watching is in Boston, come to that. Check that out. It'll be really fun.
So also your next question. So if you could work with any top 3 music artists in the music industry, who would they be and why?
Probably, I would say Lizzie McAlpine. She's another recent Berkeley student who has been coming out with some really great pop music. So I love her a lot. Probably Olivia Rodrigo herself. Honestly, she's a huge inspiration. And who else? Do you know the band Glass Animals?
I've heard of the name, yes.
They're super awesome. I love their production. It would be a dream to work with them.
Awesome. So on to your next question. So what have you learned about yourself as a person and especially as a music artist during COVID?
Ooh, that's a good one. I guess just that you can find inspiration in anything, you know, even when you're just sitting around, you can find things to write about, but also that I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I always want to be producing things. And yeah, I guess I just learned that it's okay not to be a little bit unmotivated, that it'll always come back, you know, that it doesn't mean you're a bad artist if you're not putting things out. It doesn't mean you're like a bad artist if you're writing bad songs either. You know, everyone writes bad songs, and that's how you start. You keep writing bad songs until you get that one that hits. So yeah.
So I'll start with your next question. So what are like the positives and negatives into creating your own music, and how do you get through those like negative moments as an artist?
The negatives are definitely, like I said, the perfectionism thing. Writing something and feeling like it's not sounding like you want it to, and you know, being scared that people won't like it. And then also writing something really good and putting it out and people just don't interact with it, you know. That can be super discouraging. But I don't know, I always keep telling myself that, yeah, this sounds cheesy, but like tomorrow's a new day, you know. Every day you wake up and you start again and you keep trying, and every career is discouraging sometimes. So I try to remember that it's not just me. It's not just us artists that go through this.
Awesome. So that's our very last question. So what's like next for you, like music-wise, that you would like to announce on the show?
Well, like I said, I have performances coming up. I'm moving to Nashville. Hopefully I'll be doing a lot of gigging there. My EP, Little Blue Beetle, just came out 2 days ago, so I would appreciate if everyone go give that a stream. I could really use it. And then I actually just put out a single today, came out midnight last night, and it's called We'll Have to See. It is a song I originally wrote for TikTok, and people seem to like it. So I put it out. It's out there. And so you have 6 new songs for me to listen to if you haven't heard them yet. And yeah, I'll just be pushing that and performing those songs for the next few months.
Let's just say thank you so much, Katie, for appearing on my show. It's been such a pleasure having you on. Everyone, definitely go give Katie the amazing and incredible support she deserves with her incredible, sensational music. Do you have like any last final thoughts that you'd like to say to people on the show?
Not that I can think of, just stream Little Blue Beetle.
Awesome.